Okay, welcome Cancer Nation to your tarot card reading for July blessings. My name is Angelo 77. Welcome to this channel here. We already reached 600 people. I'm so grateful. I'm so blessed. I feel every day we just like reaching more and more and we're growing as a community. So thank you so much for being part of this community, for playing your puzzle piece in my reality. I just like spit into the camera. Yeah, by the way, there's some new changes that have happened in my life. I'm so grateful to share this with you guys, to experience this with you. There's this one opportunity for me that has risen up to be booked over the phone for over phone readings live. So if you feel like you want to communicate with me over the phone to receive a tarot card reading for your personal stuff, I would love to. If you like want to have this experience with me, in the description box below there's this web page where you can just like click on it, cloud9tarot.com. Check out the description box because I feel like I'm saying it wrong, and you will see me there to like with a phone number, and you can call me and I will pick up the phone. Right now I'm available. Just like look in the description and look in the web page and see what is written about me, because the shifts are still like changing. We're still like trying to figure out, not figuring out, more like just like, welcoming it, divine timing. Everything's going beautifully, everything's happening beautifully, and yeah, patience. So if you want to book me for a personal reading over the phone, check out the description box for the web page. If you want to book me for a personal reading, for whatever, like one-on-one reading with the camera, like also I have my own services. Check this out. And yeah, thank you so much for the karma donations on my PayPal. I appreciate your energy. It helps me to grow this channel. It helps me to buy the right equipment. Yeah, I have to be honest with you. This is now my third time filming this video, because on the second time I was going like for 10 minutes talking and already having the cards here on the table. But my little brother interrupted. He has some hard time to understand boundaries. It's just like the way of how he got conditioned. I try to hold on to the essence, but it really messed me up right now. So I'm just like tapping back into this reading. It's good because you don't have to see me shuffling, so it's faster for you. The first tarot card round. So this is your July blessing, by the way. July blessings, what is going on in your life, what is going on in your energy. And let's see. So the first card that came is the Page of Cups in reverse, Cancer. This is actually you understanding what is actually serving your cup or not. The second card is the Five of Swords in reverse and the Seven of Swords in reverse. This is beautiful energy because you're literally understanding more and more what is and who is serving you, what is giving you back energetically and who not, or what not. The Page of Cups got clarified with the Nine of Wands. You understanding more and more to say no with the Page of Cups and the Nine of Wands. You setting boundaries, you going through this completion of transformation. You're right now going through transformation in July, Cancer. Maybe even since the new moon in Cancer and the eclipse in Sagittarius. I'm not sure. Was it? No, it was Sagittarius full moon with an eclipse, as well as Cancer new moon and an eclipse. And now the third one, Capricorn, full moon and an eclipse. So you definitely have some changes going through that, as well as anyone else in the collective. Maybe you have felt it crazier than anyone else. I don't know. I'm Cancer rising plus Capricorn and Sun. It was crazy. It's still crazy. But for you, it's also understanding. Maybe you've been even working on some projects or like situations that are where you understood more and more if you should continue working on them or not, if you should continue to spread your energy towards that or not, if you should continue to give to that or not. No, because you realize more and more what is actually serving your cup, who is actually serving your cup. Maybe even a Piscean energy because there's a fish, or Scorpio, another Cancer, water sign, sun, rising, moon, take what resonates, or just like in general projects, because fish stands also mostly about abundance and prosperity in my reality. And I feel like it's also something that you've been maybe starting as a project, or you received this idea for doing more. It's like you planted this one big tree. The trunk of the tree stands, it's grounded, and it has different branches going in different directions. And you understood more and more, maybe you wanted to go to different branches again to create more in this tree, in this idea, in this project, in this entrepreneurship. Take what resonates. or this friendship, this relationship, those dynamics that you're having in these relationships, and you want to like dig deeper, go more in different directions, or use your energy, your cup of energy that you have to work on more stuff or on more things, diversity. Again, this tree and different branches, but you realize for yourself that some branches needed to cut away. Maybe they were infected, maybe this tree got infected in some kind of way, and you realize more and more this is something that you need to release. This is someone that you need to release, something that makes you feel in an emotional way, because you realize more and more how to use your emotions as an indicator to say no, to be authentic, to set boundaries, to like to create this new version of yourself. But in regards to creating this new version of yourself, you need to release everything that is based on patterns, that is based on relationships or dynamics or roles in relationships that are serving more your past version. Because when you're constantly like when you want to become your best version, but you're holding on to the behaving and the patterns of your past version or your current version, then you cannot change into this transformation, this metamorphosis of becoming this best version. That's why even the Five of Swords here came in reverse, because you realize more and more, if someone or something brings you a challenge or makes you feel a certain way, you're not holding on anymore to cut into your own flesh with the Seven of Swords in reverse. Because the Five of Swords got also clarified by the Strength card, 1111. July is the month of numerology for 11. Listening to your intuition, being guided highly by Ascended Masters. This is also something with the Leo card here for Strength, Five of Swords. You realize more and more, if someone is not resonating with your energy, you're compassionate enough, you're just like led by your heart space. You are that you are, you don't give a damn about them not understanding you or not giving you the needs and the ones that you need and want in your relationships or your dynamics. It's like also you started to blossoming in some divinely ways with the statue here, like constantly choosing healing and seeing that you will going to blossom. It's also like I have this vision right now, or this phrase, a flower cannot attract a bee by the flower coming to the bee. The bee just comes to the flower by understanding that the flower has blossomed, has opened up. And this is something that you realize more and more, that you cannot force to go to the right people because you think those are the bees and you are the blossom flower, even though you maybe not blossomed that much and you're still like continuing to blossom. It's like you gave yourself more and more allowance and permission to blossom so you can attract the right people into your life, Cancer. I feel like even in Leo season, you will see fully fruitioning with the blossoms here, with the blossom in your garden, your flowers, everything that you've been working on. With the Seven of Swords in reverse, it's also you release more and more with the Four of Swords and the Three of Swords here as a clarifier, those beliefs that you were holding on to in regards to these people, to these situations, to the workplace, to everything and anything. It was creating this questioning of, is this really serving me? Is this person really serving me? Is the situation serving? Is this something giving back to me? Is he or she something giving back to me? And you realize, no, it's not. Because you understood to let go from the ego voice with the Four of Swords and the Three of Swords. The Three of Swords usually talks about this disconnection from your heart and your mind. And you started to connect more by letting go of whatever created this disconnection. Maybe some ego patterned voice of fear-based voice that was holding you back, or it was like whispering in your consciousness about like, hold on to this person, continue to see the essence, neglect the conditioning. Sometimes we hold on so much to a person's essence that we neglect the actual layers of conditioning that this person is conditioned with, that this person is behaving towards us, that this person is not even maybe aware of that, or maybe we have talked with this person and we gave them a second chance and they're still acting the same way, and it's like the same procedure. It's the same thing. Like you release more and more with the Four of Swords, this conditioning, this layer of yours, this belief of yours, to not allow anyone to not tolerate anything anymore in your space, especially if it makes you feel disrespecting, if it makes you feel this way of, is this person actually right now serving me or not? Is this person actually sharing their overflow and happiness with the shared overflow and happiness that I share with them all the time? with the Page of Cups here, and you realize this is not the case, and you start. You still respect that person or this being or this workplace or this supervisor or this parenthood, this parent energy or this close person, though you stop tolerating that into your energy field. You stop tolerating this belief into your subconscious. You stop tolerating this into your garden, because you realize more and more, I am that I am, and if someone cannot handle with me who I am, handle me the way of who I am, then they don't deserve to have a seat at my garden. They don't deserve to smell on my flowers that I've been working on for so long, because I mean, they don't even give back on their own. It's not, because sometimes I'm kind of afraid or like awoke. I try to be woke with saying like this person's not giving me back, so I have to cut them. It's not that harsh. It could sound harsh or sounds harsh, but it's more about just like acknowledging. Again, you see the essence of a person sometimes, Cancer, and it seems like you just like see nothing else, like having rose tinted glasses on. And it's for you actually understanding that there's more than just the essence of a person. And sometimes this person is not giving back to you. Like they showed me literally right now, you holding onto someone, even though the wrapping around this person, the conditioning is hurting you. Many times, several times. Seven of Swords energy. You hold on to the essence of those two swords, seeing those two beautiful shiny swords, while those other 5 swords are cutting into your own flesh. And this is something in July is going to have a huge, it's already transforming. It's already in the process. I feel like you just like forget to acknowledge it here and there. Even with the bottom of the deck, there was the Emperor card, Jupiter energy. You rising and becoming more spiritually have outgrown those people I just heard. Spiritually have outgrown, like you have flourished like a flower, such an expanding way. You reach the sky because you realize for yourself the sky is the limit. But those people that you're still holding on to, even though they hurt you, they're like on a complete different consciousness vibration as you are, and you still want to develop and become higher, and they're not even aware of their own potential and where they can become to or reach to. And this is something that you realize for yourself, Cancer, maybe even in April with the number 4 here. But the Emperor is literally talking about you put things into action, you take responsibility for your well-being, you speak up, you're very secure with your being. And this is, since it's in reverse, you need to become more and more secure with your emotions and the way of how you handle your emotions as an indicator, by letting and releasing some people out from your life, cutting the cords with them. Because as an energy oracle card, the anxiety card has appeared. But don't be anxious for listening to your own gut feeling. And I feel like in latest August, like right now you're in this transition, so don't be hard towards yourself. Be compassionate. This is all beautifully falling together for you, Cancer. The thing is, I feel like in August you're going to see the fully fruitioning, if you haven't seen it earlier, because every day, every momentum, our timeline realities are changing with the choices that we make in our present momentum. So be aware what kind of choices you make in your present momentum that will create your future timeline reality. That means if you keep continuing to choose you and release some people out from your life, Cancer, like choosing you, listening to your intuition, continuing to heal, continue to release this last conditionings that are holding you back, or even speaking up to these people because they're actually hurting you and you're afraid to speak up towards them because they love you on a superficial level, or they make you feel seen, or they make you feel heard. But it's like very, very narcissistic traded based thing here. Like kind of holding you, like here and there they give you some good things, but overall the energy that they're giving is very draining, very like making you feel unstable, confused, maybe even belittling you. Choose you. What is coming through as an energy oracle card for Cancer, Sun, Rising, Moon in July as well? Beautiful. Healer of the Ages. And it came out in reverse for me, but for you it's upwards, and for me the anxiety card is in upwards, but for you it's going to be reverse. So I feel like the more you allow yourself to be the healer of the ages, as in I feel like also giving yourself permission to heal. The World card at the bottom of the deck energy here. Also, again, Leo season. Look, the first number 1 and number 5. Expressing yourself in your 5th house, showing the world your potential, your infinite eternal light. An anxiety card here with the number 1 and 8, August season. I don't know why I say that, but I think you should work more on your root chakra, because this is where the anxiety is standing. And 3 of Swords is also in the color red. So I feel like those people are making you feel very anxious, and you need to acknowledge more, and you need to honor more your emotions. You need to honor more your clear abilities, your intuition, your inner way of knowing that some people are just like, you're not tripping around, Cancer. Some people are just so maybe jealous of you, or triggered by your light that you're emitting, and they want to belittle you, so you stop shining with this Healer of the Ages light. You trigger them a lot, Cancer. And with them reacting towards your light in this way of making you feel confused, unstable, anxious, worried, doubting yourself, doubting your talents, that's why, never doubt yourself. You're so full of amazing things. Whenever the Healer of the Ages card appears, I know you're a light worker. I know you are here on this planet to raise the vibration of yourself while raising the vibration of others. Constantly healing yourself so you can understand how to heal other people. What is coming through as an energy as well. So I feel like you understand more and more your duties as a light worker in July. And I got goosebumps all over my body, and not giving a damn about what other people say about you. I feel like even when you're thinking right now of a specific certain person in your life that belittles you, whenever you speak about your business or service ideas as a light worker, or you just like being you, high vibrating, then it is the person that you need to release. Door to romance, because this will also help you to actually attract the right people into your life. Why? Because the more we are putting ourselves first, and the more we have so compassion towards ourselves, and showing this compassion in a way of choosing us, in a way of releasing some people, we are giving the signal out to the world, to the universe, that we are loving ourselves unconditionally. And this is why we are attracting, or we're going to attract people that will see in us what we started to see and choose for ourselves. And this is some big Capricorn wisdom that I always love to preach about. The more we choose us, the more we love ourselves, the more we're going to attract people who see in us what we started to acknowledge and feel and see in us, for us. Cancer, what is coming through as well? Oh my God, sorry. I just hit my legs because I wanted to grab the card, not it falls to the ground. Blossoming abundance, beautiful energy. So the more you release those low vibrating people in your life, and the more you own your emotion, goddess of the moon, the more you're going to attract abundance in all shapes, forms, and sizes, Cancer. What is coming through with the Psychic Tarot for the Cancer, Sun, Rising, Moon? 3 cards here, just to see, So July even is going, the earlier you choose you, Cancer, the earlier you will attract this abundance, this blossoming abundance. I was talking about blossoming, and look, the Strength card even here, a lot of blossoming flowers. For a clarification for 5 of Swords. And this Psychic Tarot fell on the 3 of Swords and 4 of Swords. Hope. Maintain your hope. Maintain your inner light. I feel like it's, again, as I was saying, how beautiful synchronicity is. This Healer of the Ages, he's afraid to show his light. And this Hope card here with this light, solar plexus energy, valuing yourself. And there's some people that make you really feel taken for granted with the actions that they do towards you. And you need to choose you, Cancer. You need to release those people. Accelerated motion, because the more you do that, the more you're going to receive fast movements in your life. And also affirming yourself, having hope, and awareness, bottom of the deck. And keep spreading your light. The more radiant you are, and allow yourself to radiate with your light in your surroundings, in your services, in your jobs, in your dynamics, in your relationships, the more you are receiving this light back. If you give someone shit, you will receive shit. If you give someone light, you will receive light. This is what light workers are doing. This is how karma works. As above, so below as above. Partnerships and alliances will come through that will help you. The more you help yourself, the more you choose yourself. So what is coming through with the spirit animal card here? Holy. Let's see what kind of spirit animal. Okay, it's funny because the butterfly and the gazelle wanted to jump out. Transformation. Hummingbird, bottom of the deck, positive energy, healer. Gazelle is someone very like staying in your grace, staying in your transformation, staying in alignment, being very secure in speaking up your truth towards yourself, especially towards those people. You know, like whenever we say like we have to speak our truth, it's not about going to a person being like, I remember you did this and this and that, and I will speak now my truth. It's more about for yourself, because this person will receive energetically what you speak out. And if it's your sacred truth, you need to release it. You need to activate your throat. And if you ever should come into a situation, into the situation circumstance where this person is speaking their truth towards you, or you have a dialogue of, you know, like mature people, you know, like being thankful for each other's lessons, and, you know, like being very mature about speaking your sacred truth. Because sometimes we tend to tap either into this inner child that has become silent within the years and like very reactive with our throat chakra, or we are more than that, rising above, being this mature person that speaks authentically in a compassionate way their truth towards people who hurt them. I had this one time where I was literally making myself notes, and I tried to speak my sacred truth towards a person. Wow, Angel. My mom just looked at me, but look, beautiful. Oh my god. It just like came to me. Oh, now I destroyed it, sorry. But it was worth for the video. Yeah, and you know, I had momentum where I tried to speak my sacred truth, and it was very difficult and challenging, but I tried to like make notes and like ask this person if we could have a word, put out my journal. I was like, I wrote some notes, and I tried to start this conversation with, hey, I'm so thankful for you and co-creating situations with me where I experienced this and that, and I put myself into these situations and I take responsibility for that, but I just want to let you know that this is what I think, this is what I feel, and yeah, I want to set some boundaries, or I need this and that in my relationship. How this person reacts then or responds is not your responsibility, it is theirs. And it was really challenging because this person was very reactive. It was a very good close friend. But what I want to share with this, the theme or the moral of the story is, it was very challenging for me to stay in alignment with being responsive. And when she became reactive towards me, it triggered me, and I became reactive towards her a little bit. You know, I'm not a saint. And yeah, even when I talk to my parents or my little brother or my older brothers, I tend to become reactive here and there. But it's, you know, it's a path, it's a process, and acknowledging that as 4D level, 4D consciousness, maybe even 5D, because you work with that energy and you start to you want to develop the sense of compassion and kindness towards these situations. But I feel like the more you acknowledge your own behavior and what you actually deserve and what you think you deserve, Cancer, and the behavior of other people in your relationships and your dynamics, what you give to them, what they give back, how you communicate to them, even like setting boundaries, the better you're going to the good way. Because like putting yourself first and taking responsibility for your well-being even means to say no sometimes here and there. Not a harsh way of no, more like a gentle no, or I don't know, take what resonates. But this was actually me doing this reading for you for July. Good things are coming to you. Google the gazelle or the butterfly spirit animal or the hummingbird. Try to keep awareness, try to acknowledge the conditioning of your surroundings. You don't always have to hold on to the essence of people. That's why we have the ego. The ego protects us by giving us allowance to say no, because otherwise we would just be so in 5D, and other people would take advantage of us being vulnerable, of us light workers seeing constantly the light. But this is not how it works. It works more in a way of you constantly are in between 5D and 3D, by like 5D in a way of seeing the essence of people, rising high vibrations, being vulnerable, being like very hypersensitive, but 3D in a way of allowing yourself to say no towards others and protecting your energy, setting boundaries and sticking to them. Yeah, if it is really highly, deeply resonated with you, I appreciate donations to my PayPal, or book me for an over phone reading if you feel this way, if you feel enlightened with my energy, or for my other services in the description box down below. I deeply, highly appreciate you, Cancer. I send you so much love, light, blessings, abundance. July is going to be awesome. Again, the sooner you choose you and value yourself and take decisions based on choosing you, the faster you attract this timeline reality of blossoming abundance. And this is fact. This is fact. This is spirit in your chart, in your reading right now, in your present momentum. So thank you for being here with me. My name is Angelo, and see you next time.